Good morning, this is Sun Kim's Daily Global Briefing on 8th April. From now on, the Daily Global Briefing will held on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So 3 times a week, so don't forget about this. I will start with 3 main indices. Okay, number 1, Dow Jones. Dow Jones fell just a little bit and make some kind of trimming for a little bit, and it holds the 22K line. So it is closed at 22,653.86 points. Now next is Nasdaq. Nasdaq also it fell very slightly, and it keeps the 7,800 lines. It closed the 7,887.26 points. Finally, S&P 500 index. This closed at 2,659.41 points. It slightly also dropped a little. It slightly dropped very slightly. I mean, it is modest. All 3 indices shows that it started from gap up. It started from the gap up, but yesterday it falls. It falls around the Monday's surging. So I think they'll make some kind of box patterns about it. So next turn is about the news. I got 3 news from all 3 major papers. The Bloomberg, Financial Times, and Wall Street. They all have only 1 article today. And number 1, I'd like to check the Bloomberg first. Number one, Bloomberg. Trump team plan to reopen the economy that depend on testing. So this is it. Currently, the administration is preparing the initial reopening plan of the economy. The administration decided to reopening since the plateau the COVID-19 death tolls in New York and global death tolls declines also. CDC and the healthcare professionals, however, objects it because the reopening can cause another pandemic of COVID-19. So most important part is the developing and the manufacturing of the testing kits, and many medical equipment companies, just such as Abbott Labs or BD or whatever, they are trying to make making all these maker devices and to achieve the goals. The problem is that the testing cost is too high for the U.S. citizens, so it is really hard to make an increase the tested people's number. The U.S. economic personnel required to reopen at 1st May. I mean, this is Labor Day, and the problem is that the healthcare people still don't want that. So this dilemma will sustain for a long time. Next is the Financial Times. The Peterson poll makes some kind of poll about the COVID-19, and then they say that 73% of Americans are affected on income. The agency performed poll during 24th March through 29th March, and the results say that 70% of Americans' income is influenced by the COVID-19, and also that shows that the American citizens avoid public places, canceled or changed their travel plans, and the large purchases. The poll also says that the Americans concerned most on global recession and also the possible medical cost rise. And next is the Wall Street Journal, and it is talking about some kind of mortgage companies, the Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, and they don't like the kind of aid of the mortgage companies. I mean that they are covering the mortgage companies like subprime and also the prime and alternatives, all 3. The problem is that the administration said that they will delay. They can delay the mortgage payment by 180 days, and they don't like it. Yeah. So the Mark Calabria, the head of Federal Housing Finance Agency, he had an interview on Tuesday with the Wall Street Journal and said that those giants are not going to delay the mortgage payment. And it's not right that the mortgage payment is delayed unless there is more than 1 year pandemic, and also there is no evidence of financial systemic crisis across the non-bank services. I mean that the subprime mortgage is still not make any problems, and why they should delay their mortgage, and that is their opinion. So I think maybe Mr. Trump, he needs to talk with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac to negotiate about these matters too. Now we'll see the market forecast. Now first we'd like to check the U.S. stocks. The U.S. stocks, it had DJI, I mean the Dow Jones, advances 23K and get back to the 22K lines and hold it. So I think that it can make them kind of a box pattern shortly from around the 21K to the 23K, and then maybe shortly, maybe within a couple of months, it has a possibility of shooting. Yes, absolutely, I think so. So we have to take care about that. Yeah. And then also we have to check the coronavirus. Yeah, U.S. will face the peak of the COVID-19 death toll this week. So Trump mentioned the reopen of economy, and it is still not working. I'm not sure, but if the administration reopened the economy, then they will have some kind of problems again. So maybe short-term boost can be expected for maybe for the time being a little bit, maybe late May, I think. Maybe around the May or the late May, we can get some kind of boost. But after that, we can face another downfall. I mean, really, it is a downfall. So we have to be careful about any boost. So this is not the true bottom. It's just a fake. So we have to be careful. Next is the futures, and the futures that the 10-year Treasury forms some kind of box patterns, and also it stopped the surge, and then now it makes some kind of box pattern, and then maybe in a couple of weeks, couple of months, it has some kind of possibility of drop too. And also the WTI, it shows no good condition. It makes some it forms the box pattern between $20 to $30 per barrel, and hardly break the ceiling easily, I think. Yes, because the Russia and the Saudi Arabia still has no deal at all, and also the U.S., I mean the United States, doesn't want to participate the oil cut at all. So it will be a really big problem, and I think this kind of low price oil will sustain more than half a year or almost a year, I think. So finally, today's focus is we have to check the Boris Johnson. I mean the UK Prime Minister. He is in the hospital, and then he went to the ICU and take the ECMO, and he just take up the oxygen mask, and then he got improved. And the problem is that he's a Prime Minister. Yes, unfortunately, he's a Prime Minister. If he's some kind of a Jack, or it's a Jack or Jill or somebody else, then it doesn't matter at all. Okay. We just just one more tall is fine, but he is a big guy. If he die there, then it'll really shake the global economy. So we have to check whether he is alive or not this week. And next is the COVID-19 death toll will make peak this week. So we should keep quiet and check whether the COVID-19 will be silenced or not this week. Yes, and its suppression is the crucial point of this week. Absolutely. I mean, if not, then it'll go until the end of this month. So the U.S. economy will suffer more by the COVID-19. So it'll make the turning point of the global economy. So I pray for the good health for you and safe seed money, and for your good luck, and I also pray for your good luck and peace of your mind. Now the market is shaking, but you shall keep the peace in your mind. God bless you, and thank you very much. Have a good investment and have a good day. Thank you.